Sustainable Development Goal number 1 to ending poverty will remain a futile attempt. In fact, it will remain a dream as long as we do not address some of those leading factors. Zimbabwe is among the countries that are burdened by the huge effects of neglected tropical diseases. We cannot talk about ending poverty without talking about the elimination of neglected tropical diseases. A neglected tropical disease-free generation is possible with collective responsibility, especially among the young people as we make the world's biggest population. So let's hear the views, the voices and contributions of different young people on this issue, as well as leverage on expert knowledge.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I have.
STI stands for sexually transmitted infection.
And HIV stands for human immunovirus.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I have.
Neglected tropical diseases. Yes, I have. In high school and primary school.
It affects our day-to-day activities. For instance, if it's a primary school child, there's a high probability that one will be absent from school maybe for a couple of days, and if it's a parent or an adult, one cannot go to work because the pains at times are unbearable. I've once been diagnosed and treated for bilharzia when I was around 10. The first thing I witnessed was blood in my urine. Then later I started feeling some funny stomach pains, and then I was taken to the hospital and I was given some medication.
I think people should be informed through awareness campaigns.
I think they should be an increase in awareness campaigns or community educations.
3/4 of the population of Zimbabwe is affected by the neglected tropical diseases, and the most common ones in Zimbabwe are schistosomiasis, which is also called bilharzia. Then also we have intestinal worms. Then we have lymphatic filariasis, and then we also have trachoma. So those are the most common neglected tropical diseases in Zimbabwe. And about 70% of the total population is affected by these diseases, and they're mostly common in the rural setup.
The reason why we don't really hear much about these diseases is because they've been overlooked as they affect the poorest countries in the developing world. And also that there's been much emphasis that has been put on diseases like HIV, TB and malaria. Therefore, most resources that come are channeled towards the big 3 diseases, and less funding goes towards the neglected tropical diseases. Yes, these diseases are curable. The only challenge is that people don't know much about what to do when they start having certain symptoms that relate to these diseases. Either one, because they are poor, they are in very marginalized areas, and also that they can't afford to seek medical treatment. So there is a large delay between them developing symptoms and getting any medical treatment.
The youth can contribute to the elimination of neglected tropical disease by helping in campaigns in schools, primary, secondary and tertiary institutes.
Young people should share information on the prevention and eradication of the neglected tropical diseases, because it seems like most people do not know much about them. So once someone gets information that is authentic about neglected tropical diseases, they should also share with their counterparts. They should also share with those in marginalized areas.
Neglected tropical diseases matter. They have been overshadowed by the high classification of HIV, tuberculosis, and malaria. It is time we make neglected tropical diseases a public health priority.